So hello guys, my name is JC, otherwise known as the AvientGamer, and today I'd like to welcome you guys back to another video, where today we're going to be having a story time. This is a series that I had requested by a bunch of people on my channel, so if you guys do like this, make sure you guys go down below and give it a big thumbs up. It means so much. And of course, I'm going to try to be a little bit more energetic on my videos, but I've been recording a whole bunch, and I've been having a good time and stuff. I do have a little bit of an experimental, we'll just call it an experimental, I don't know, I'm trying to think of the word to call it, experimental mic we'll be trying out today. So if this sounds any bit better, or, it sounds any slight bit quality-wise, just let me know, and, we'll see how it goes. We might be using this a little bit more. It's breaking out the old Twitch equipment from back in the old days, so, we'll see how well it works out. And, what else am I missing? Okay, so basically, what I want to talk about today is story time. So what we're going to be doing is we're going to be having, for episode 1 of story time. So as you guys know, recently I did go out on vacation, out to the Grand Canyon and stuff, and I wanted to kind of share some of the funny stories with you guys of, what went on there. And, I thought, we'll make a good video out of it, and, if this ends up getting a whole bunch of support, of course we'll make some more. So, we'll tell stories about exactly what's going on and stuff, and, we'll see, we'll go from there. So anyway, let me get right into the story, because I'm sure you all are probably like what, you're a minute into the video and you're just like, what am I doing here? What is this guy talking about? So let me get right into it. So as I said, I'm going to give you a little story, 100% a story of my trip down to or out west to the Grand Canyon, and Grand Canyon area, I should say. But so me, I don't like flights. I honestly, I really hate flights. Like, flying is not what I don't like it at all. I have really bad earaches when I fly for some reason, and it's the pressure differences, obviously. But my ears hurt really bad, and so me being who I am, I'm in the plane, and my ears are sitting here hurting so bad. And honestly, I don't like flying. Okay, it's just not my thing. And so there's nothing funny out of that. It's just I don't like flying. So I'm off flying and stuff. And we get down, we land, and we have to go on another flight to connect to where we're going now. I think we went to Las Vegas first, and we're gonna. And, honestly, I can't tell you about that place. They have some crazy stuff going on down there. But we flew into Las Vegas and stuff, and it was a pretty good flight, I guess. The way to where we first stopped was pretty good, but then the way to Las Vegas was we'll just put it as my ears hurt really bad. To put it at that. But anyway, we flew into there, and then we started driving. We stayed there in a night. That wasn't really anything funny that happened that day or anything, but then the next day, I guess, we drove out of there, and I think we went to Zion National Park, which, if you guys are watching this from another country, you guys should know about that. But basically, that's a bunch of red rocks. Basically, basic description, guys. The description on there was on point. But anyway, we got there, and there was a lot of, I guess there was a lot of cool stuff. And I know this is like story time, so we're gonna tell you stories. We're trying to make some of the fun. I'll tell you when the funny stuff comes up, because it's not towards the end of the trip that the really crazy funny stuff started happening. But basically, we went through the Narrows, which is basically like a big canyon that's really thin. So it's about like 10 feet wide at some points. So, and there was water, so you get to hike in the water, and it was really cool. It was really pretty. I got some pictures. We might end up publishing those in a little while, or I might put them on the video. It depends. And then, of course, after that, we went around and we hiked up to Angel's Landing, which is part in Zion, which you guys can you can look it up on Google. But it's a very pretty spot. I got plenty of pictures on there from my Photoshop and stuff. And then, of course, after that, we kind of went through a tunnel and started driving up to the Grand Canyon. And we got to the Grand Canyon. We stayed in one of the lodges and stuff. It was really nice and really pretty. And it started raining there. And just by luck, the rainstorm caused so much water that it made a boulder back in Zion, which is the same rainstorm, because they're not the two national parks are not too far apart. It caused it to fall over the entrance to the tunnel that we went through, and it was the only tunnel on that side of the park, and the other way around you had to go the really long way around, which ended up taking like 12 hours. But I did forget to mention, though, on the way to the Grand Canyon, We stopped and we did some ATV tours. It was a really cool place. Got to look around. It was a really cool thing there. But sorry about that. Let me get back to the story. And we were sitting there in the rain. I got lots of pictures too. I got a rainbow picture. I got lots of cool stuff. But anyway, there went that was mostly the Grand Canyon. You know, we stayed in there. We slept, and that was a good day. And now I'm sitting here. What else do we see? I'm trying to think. I literally lost it all. I had it all planned up to about the Grand Canyon point, and then it just kind of went downhill from there. I'm trying to think. I think we went to Bryce, I believe, and then yeah, it was Bryce. We went to Bryce afterwards, and we did a horse tour. And so here's where the stuff starts getting funny. So we had a horse tour, okay, and you know we went down the canyon on a horse. And me, I don't like horses after this because this was not my ideal of what the horse should be doing. So anyway, so we get on the horse, and so everybody's fussing at me because I'm supposed to keep up with everybody, okay? And I'm like midway through, and they want this distance in between each other, so that way, you know, the horses don't get spooked from, you know, or the people's walking by or whatever. Anyway, so we're sitting here, and they're like fussing at me to go faster. So you're supposed to like whip the horse. It's not like hurting it or anything. Apparently, I just didn't want to hurt the horse. I'm I'm a nice person, but anyway, so you know we're sitting here, and just the horse is kind of walking its way along the path, and it's the pathway down. And so when I whip it or whatever, it starts walking closer and closer to the edge of the path. Now there's no rails, and this is a cliff. It just goes straight down. And so it started walking closer and closer to the cliff, and it's like, you know what? If you want to keep with that thing, we can walk closer to the edge. We'll see how well you like that. And that was not my ideal of fun. I was sitting there, I had to close my eyes. And then, of course, when there was no cliff around for the horse to walk nearby, when I whipped it, it would turn around and look at me. It would bend its head all the way around, and it would look at me and just be like, "What do you think you're doing there?" But that was the horse tour. And then we did some hikes around there and stuff. And then in that night, we had to go up to watch the meteor shower. There's a meteor shower in Bryce, or above Earth, but it was easier to see in Bryce. And it was cold. We'll just say I froze stuff off, and I'm not gonna tell you what I froze off, but it was a lot of stuff. Well, I'm joking, but it was that cold, guys. If you guys want to know a comparison, it was that cold. Anyway, so that was that. Then we started driving up to Yellowstone and the Grand Tetons, and I'm just gonna tell you right now. It says the Grand Tetons. Just a fun fact, guys. Grand, as you guys know, means big. And I'm gonna keep this I'm gonna keep it pretty family friendly here, but it's basically grand boobs. That's what it means. Plain out, grand boobs. You can look it up. And that's what it means. And that was a funny thing altogether. We were just laughing, and the whole family was laughing at it in the car. But you know, we stood around there. We did a boat tour. And here's where the funny stuff starts happening. So we had a boat tour. We had a tour guide on here talking about what happened on the stuff, on all of his experiences and stuff. And so apparently this is apparently a true story. So some guy or some woman in a couple states over, was talking. This was about Yellowstone National Park. Even though we were in Grand Tetons, Yellowstone is the park above it. They're actually touching, so it's not like it's too far away. But apparently someone was watching Old Faithful, which is a geyser in Yellowstone, and they have a live camera so you can see what's going on. And apparently a whole tour bus of people were sitting there looking down the geyser. And I want to tell you, I've been there. It's a few later in the story, and this guy, this guy is like telling them, and I'm gonna tell you, it's a far walk. Like, I mean, it's a good mile if you wanna like get there. Like, it's crazy. Like, it's like it's this big circle. It's not a good mile. It's probably about a good 100 feet. Sorry. Correction, sorry, I want to get my facts straight. But so it's a boardwalk around it, and there's 100 feet to the geyser, and the geyser, I mean, it goes 100 feet tall. So I mean, it's not like it's not gonna hurt you. And this is boiling hot water, and there's all these people looking down the geyser, walking on it and stuff. And apparently they were like walking on it and stuff, and I honestly had no idea why, but that's what we heard on the boat tour. And so we got off the boat tour. And I think we went to sleep, and then we drove down to Yellowstone, and we got in Yellowstone, and there was some bison crossing the road, and so there's some bison in the field, which are basically animals. If you guys don't know, the type of animal. And anyway, So he or these people next to us. They pull up next to us, and this guy runs out in the field full of bison. I mean, it says, "Please do not go near the wildlife because it will hurt. They will run at you." But no, this guy keeps walking in there, walking in the field, and he keeps walking down there, keep walking. Just totally going for it, man. Like I mean, he was all out, like full out going for it, and everybody was waiting for him to get mauled by a bison. But someone told him to come back, and he did. And we all were like, oh, they went in a viral video. But it's okay. It was a viral video that we almost had. It was the thought that counts. But anyway, so then we went on our business. We went, looked at all the geysers and all the different variations of geysers and things that happen. And there's some really cool stuff in Yellowstone. I don't want to spoil it too much for you, but I'm here to tell you the funny stuff. There's some funny stuff that happened. But anyway, then after that, we were driving along, and there was a elk, which is like a deer. You guys know what that is, and it was sitting on the side of the road eating, and all these people are pulled over, and this woman gets about 6 feet away from the elk and starts taking a selfie, and there was this dude that was me and my dad were talking to. He was like, we were leaving. He's like, "Why are you leaving, man? You didn't get to the good stuff." And we're like, "What's the good stuff?" So when they get mauled, and we're like, "Oh," and we got our cameras out. We were ready to get another viral video, and of course we didn't get no viral video. The elk did nothing. So rip. No viral video for us, which is kind of sad. But it's okay. And then of course we were staying on the lake, the Big Yellowstone Lake, which is the biggest lake in Yellowstone. If you don't know, Yellowstone's actually a big volcano, and I'm gonna be straight up honest. I didn't want it to explode when I was over there. But that was that. And then then on the way back to our cabin there was this guy who's about 3 feet from the bison taking a selfie with it. Like and this is in between the cabins. Like this is in between two cabins, and this is like in the middle of like a little cabin complex. And there's a bison there. And he's trying to take pictures. His wife's standing there. Okay, and my dad stops the car. I pull out my phone so fast, and I'm just holding it up there. I'm like, you know what? Let's get the viral video. This is the third try. Third time is the charm. Third is the charm. Okay, guys. But no viral video as well. I had pictures of it though, guys. I had pictures. I'll put those pictures maybe in a future video. I have no idea what they're at though. I'm still looking through all my pictures from there. But we have pictures, and I'll show you guys someday what that would look like. But it was crazy. It was honestly, me and my dad, we were ready to go viral. Like we were 100% prepared. So that was honestly the dream right there. We were all ready to go. But then we flew back. We drove for a very long time, and we flew back, and it was an okay flight, I guess. I'm not gonna say I liked the flight because that's obviously not what I do. I don't like no flights, obviously. But that was mostly everything. Which I think we got back home, and I was so happy to go to sleep in my own bed. That was just. And start recording some again because I had uploaded all these videos before I went on vacation to make sure you guys had something to watch. And then I get here, and this is I can finally start recording again, start streaming and stuff, and look where we're at now. We're at 500 subscribers. So I do want to say thank you all. And if you guys did enjoy this episode of my Storytime series, then of course make sure you guys can share it with your friends, tell everybody about it. I guess it's so much appreciated for all the support and stuff I've been getting. And yeah, I guess thank you all for watching my stuff. I guess thank you for watching my content, guys. And of course, if you're new, hit the subscribe button, guys. Hit a like, comment down below, and I much appreciate it, guys. So thank you all.